In 2005, a Harvard professor named Elizabeth Warren published a book that changed how millions of people manage their paycheck. She introduced a golden rule that promised to make budgeting obsolete. It was elegant, it was simple, and for a long time, it actually worked. But finance is like biology. If you don't evolve, you die. Many people still use this rule to manage their budget, and that's where the problem starts. You see, from 2005 to 2026, rent in the United States has increased by approximately 78.8%, with an annual increase of 2.81% per year. This increase in rent causes a deduction in other household expenses, which leads to the squeeze effect. Imagine a suitcase that represents your total paycheck. It has a fixed size. Inside the suitcase, there are 3 blocks: rent, needs, and savings. Every year, the rent block grows by 2.81%. Since the suitcase won't get any bigger, that expanding rent block starts crushing the other 2, which eventually leads to the breaking of the golden rule. The 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings doesn't really work in the modern economy. So, what is the actual solution? Financial experts in 2026 are moving away from fixed percentages and towards the 5% rule. This is a factual way to measure if your housing cost is actually fair compared to the market. Here's how it works. Step 1. Calculate the ownership floor. Let's say the price of a home you want to buy costs $405,300. Multiply that by 5% and divide by 12. This number is the unrecoverable cost of owning. Money you would throw away on taxes, maintenance, and interest. Step 2. The comparison. If your current rent is lower than the unrecoverable cost of owning the place, you're actually winning the budget game. Even if it feels expensive, you're paying less than it costs to own the place. But if you are paying more than that, you're actually losing money, and buying the place would really be the better option. Step 3. The gap strategy. Instead of following a rule, you manage the gap. If your rent is high, you must reduce other costs or find ways to increase your income. There is no magic percentage, only the reality of what's left in your bag. The truth in finance is, you don't need a complex budgeting system. You just need to know your priority. The author of The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel, once said, "Everything is fine until it's not. A plan is only useful if it can survive reality." And the reality of today is that efficient budgets are often the most fragile.